thank you for a time such as this. We ask that you watch over this gathering and that all things go well, decent, and in order. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Mizzy, if you will please take the roll call.
All right, Madam Mayor, Councilman Wurzbacher has asked to be excused. Councilman Lloyd.
Here.
Madam Mayor, Councilman Schlack has asked to be excused. Councilman Barr.
Here.
Councilman Boyers.
Here.
Councilman Nick.
Here.
And Mayor McLeod.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. May I please have a motion to approve the agenda for this evening?
Motion. Second.
Valerius.
Valerius and Lloyd. Any corrections or changes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting of July 14th?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barr.
Second.
Second by Ms. Nick. Any corrections? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We will now move on to organizational business and the city administrator's report.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, residents. The ribbon cutting for the Detroit Institute of Arts Public and Park mural on what we call the Charlie Brown Building, located at 6615 Roosevelt, will take place on Thursday, August 6th at 2 p.m. Light refreshments will be provided. The 44th annual Allen Park Street Fair will take place in downtown Allen Park on Allen Road between Southfield and Roosevelt on August 7th and 8th. The Allen Park Sports Class of 2026 Hall of Fame induction ceremony for Daniel Martinez and Dean Grant Keys will take place at noon on Saturday, August 8th at the corner of Allen and Roosevelt during the Allen Park Street Fair. The first ever back-to-school dance is Friday, July 31st at the Community Center Gym. There will be a DJ photo booth, balloon art, a craft table, pizza, and pop. Registrations are still being accepted. You can register at the Community Center or online. Parks and Recreation is also sponsoring Old Days, a Chicago tribute band in the Community Center parking lot on Thursday, July 30th at 7 p.m. Come enjoy a nice evening, also featuring Buffy's Mexican Grill. 2 blocks of road construction will begin on Philomene from Robinson to Belfort between now and next week. We plan to have this done before the school buses start running this September. Thank you.
May I have a motion to accept and file the administrator's report? Motion by Mr. Valerius, second by Mr. Barr. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We now move on to public comment section. You have 5 minutes in which to speak. We ask that you provide your name and the street on which you live. Please do not provide your full address. The only other thing we ask is that you keep your comments civil.
I'm here again for the third and hopefully final time here.
Could we have your name, please?
Michael Walker, Cove Avenue. I've come to you guys several times about an issue that I'm having at my house. I've come to realize that I have a broken city sewer line. It is leaking sewage into my yard. I'm gonna give you guys a brief description of everything that's happened from this point, and hopefully you'll understand the frustration I'm going to. When I first discovered this, I came and talked to Justin McCollum of the water department. I really got nowhere with the gentleman, so then I come over and I talk to Matt Baker. As I'm talking to Matt Baker, everything seems like it's going good. It seems like he's gonna come help me. There was a scheduling conflict. Since the scheduling conflict, I did nothing but communicate with this gentleman through emails. I come and try to talk to him at the city hall, and he says that I mocked him, and he's not gonna be mocked. So he stood behind a piece of glass and went and come out and talked to me. It took 2 weeks for him to come to my house with Justin and Brad Burns. When these gentlemen come to my house, I feel like I'm being bullied or intimidated. When I sit and try to show them the issues that I have with my home with it sinking, Brad Burns says, every porch in Michigan looks like this. There's nothing to see here. There's no problem here. As we start trying to walk through my house and I'm showing them everything that's happening, from the foundation issues to the walls cracking, to the sidewalk being messed up, from the 2 separate water main breaks I had in front of my house to the city sewer line in the back. I just feel like everything I'm saying is going in one ear and out the other. Nothing is being considered here. So the last thing that Mr. Baker said to me is, Mr. Walker, I suggest you get a plumber. So I took his suggestion. I went and got a plumber. I have a video. The gentleman runs pipes and a camera all the way through my pipes. If somehow my pipes are fine, when it gets to the city-owned sewer line, there's a gigantic crack in it. I've come to the city hall and I've tried to show this video for 3 times. It's either he's not in the office, he can't talk right now, or he's busy. I have a video. Whoever needs to see it, we can get this ball rolling. There's a broken pipe in the back of my home. Sewage is leaking and my house is sinking. I've got 3 neighbors, 3 of them. In the last 6 months, they've all had bulldozers in the backyard repairing their plumbing. I don't understand why I'm not getting answered here. Why I keep getting blown off. My home, I don't even want to pull in my driveway. I couldn't even plant a garden this year. I couldn't do nothing. I don't even want to live there anymore. And I come to this city. I like Dowling Park. Again, I'm not from Michigan. But when I come here and I've been asking for help since April and May and nothing's happening, what are we doing? Whoever needs to see this video, I have a video. Moving forward, there's a problem. So whoever wants to see it, I've got it. I need help. My whole house is literally crumbling. I live in a brick home. All the mortar and everything in the middle of it's just crumbling off. My whole entire porch is cracking. Please help me.
Raymond Gusson Quant. I'm here for a purpose, and the purpose is really simple. I come up here not for myself, but for the citizens. This gentleman here just came up. I know the citywide garage sale is coming up very shortly. Going forward, I want the citywide garage sale free, plain and simple. I've asked this before, and I will come up to every single meeting from now on until that happens. There's no reason for us at all to be collecting any kind of money from the citizens or whatever within the city just for a stinking garage sale. There's other communities around here do it for free. It generates, I don't know what, less than $2 grand? City doesn't need that less than $2 grand. You've hit us with as much tax as you can get out of us through the Headley. You're raising up other things because you're allowed to do it, including our water, which you're allowed to do it, and our trash, which you're allowed to do it. So I don't want to hear no more that it generates X amount of money. It's taken away from us citizens, $10. And then there's another garage sale that's put on. Okay, because we have 2 of them, it seems like. No, I mean, if I myself as an individual want to go ahead and come out and have a garage sale, let's say next week, then I have to go get a permit through another direction, through another department. End it, please. This will allow us to have our garage sales. If you want to go ahead and generate income, then I'm going to make one suggestion. Instead of only having it for 1 week, have us, if I give you $10, $15, then allow me to have 3 of them a year. Whenever I want. Maybe I'm on vacation. Maybe and I can't be there for the citywide. But please start answering us. I know we come up here and we ask you questions that very, very seldom do we hear answers. And a lot of these answers can be answered next week. And signing a piece of paper and saying, hey, please do this. What I'm asking is, please tell us citizens that are being videoed that you can sit there and tell everybody of what you're really doing for us, the citizens. And that's how I'm going to be from now on, gentlemen and ladies. I'm not here just for Ray McGusson. I'm here for my neighbors who are getting elderly and getting harder and harder to go ahead and pay their damn bills. And a lot of them are going into foreclosure. And our homes aren't selling like they used to. I'm blatantly gonna tell you. I got 3 of them on my block, they've been up there for almost 3 months. Usually they would have been long gone, they're not. And the housing market's gonna crash. So be ready. So all I'm asking now is to please do something for us citizens. And I don't wanna hear it where you are through the service, no. There's no reason to be collecting that kind of money. It's $10, $10, $15. And don't say, well, a gentleman, that someone's gonna sell $15 or $20 or $30 worth of stuff. I've had garage sales, I'm gonna tell you, I'm just lucky to make $2. Let's just be honest. So please, let's start taking care of us, the citizens. And please answer us. I'd like to know an answer next meeting, because the next meeting I will be coming here asking. And I don't think Ray McGusson, have to go to a department head and plead with them, which I will do and I have done in the past. You know me. There's no reason for me to be pleading for whoever. And I know I missed a couple meetings in the past, sorry, but I was out in Manistee, Pure Michigan, another nice little town to go to. Really. I'm just letting you know, there's a lot of small little towns to go to, enjoy life. Okay? So moving forward, please start looking at us. With that, have a great day. Thank you for allowing us to be able to, at least we are still allowed to come up here and talk. And I'm not saying because you don't allow us, I'm talking because this is the United States of America. We still have we have the right so far and still to talk. And thank you for my 5 minutes.
Good evening, you all. Tom Steinman, Belmont. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer, especially the teachers up here. My wife and I, Kim, are here speaking again tonight because this is our city. We live here. If these issues were happening in another community, we might have moved on. But success of Allen Park in this community matters deeply to us. It is also important that the women who work for our city or in the city and the DDA are protected when they raise legitimate concerns. We previously spoke about transparency and accountability at the Downtown Development Authority. Since then, we have attended DDA meetings, continue to raise some concerns. Many of the reasonable requests we made, including reporting DDA meetings for the public, have not been addressed. At a recent DDA meeting, I asked the camera already in the room be used to be used for the recorded meetings and post them online. I followed up with an email to Chairman Frank, Director Hughes, and Attorney Trevor Daniel, requesting immediate recording under the Open Meetings Act and ADA on somebody with a hearing disability, and they had no accommodation for me to hear. I missed many of the things said, and I would like that to be recorded. I know what my accommodations are and what would work best for me. So I'm asking that again. We continue to see a pattern of that raises serious questions about workplace protections and contracting practices. Multiple women who have worked with or under Director Hughes, including Lauren Bilak, my wife Kim, and Jamie, have reported significant workplace concerns. Don't just ask us, but in her letter to the DDA Executive Committee, Jamie wrote, I'm writing to share, and I quote, I'm ready to share my growing concerns regarding the current performance of the DDA Director, Ben Hughes. These concerns are affecting the goals of the DDA, the businesses in our district, and my ability to perform my job effectively. I'm extremely apprehensive about how Ben may react if he becomes aware that I have shared these concerns. My intention is not to make accusations, but to be transparent about the stress and unease the situation is causing. After that is when my wife submitted her supporting documentation to support her along with support of other women. Under previous chairman Kurt Mazak, employees could raise concerns without any fear or retaliation. That changed after the current leadership structure took hold. Director Hughes himself shared details with my wife about the prior settlement and related workplace concerns involving a former employee. When the current marketing consultant contract was originally procured in 2025, there was no public request for proposals. At the July 23, 2026 DDA meeting, Director Hughes claimed that they had followed the RFP process for his contract. The board then renewed the contract for Sadie by a 4-3 vote without opening the position to public interviews. I know Ed's not here, hopefully he hears this one, but Council Member Ed Wurzbacher told my wife that an email raising concerns about the director was dismissed by Chairman Frank once sexual harassment allegations were referenced. That response alone raises serious questions of how seriously these issues are taken. It is one of the reasons we are asking City Council to initiate a thorough, independent review of the DDA Executive Committee, the Director, and the Legal Counsel. I have also personally observed a pattern in which public praise and friendly behavior towards some people can be then followed by a different treatment of a female staff member. This is exactly why independent oversight and real worker protections are needed, and what we've been asking this whole time. These are not isolated personal matters. They involve the use of public TIF funds, the treatment of employees and contractors, the absence of independent HR or clear worker protection policies, and the lack of competitive, transparent contracting. Equally concerning that these issues appear to have been known to the Executive Committee and Legal Counsel, yet no meaningful corrective action has been taken. This is especially important because the proposed data center would generate substantial revenue for the DDA. Allen Park's DDA already has an unusually broad reach across the city. At a planning commission also meeting in May, Chairman Fred Frake, who also serves on the planning commission, told the public something to the effect of, "People think that they are my boss. In order to be my boss, I have to get paid." Comments like that made while discussing a project that could send significant money to the DDA raise legitimate questions about accountability and respect for the residents. 2 meetings ago, for the DDA, board member Jessica Tremonti, who has a real estate expertise, asked that Prestige Hall be added to the agenda for the next meeting. At the most recent meeting, Director Hughes again stated that he would not be discussing it and that information would remain limited. This continues a pattern of holding back information from the full board and the public. I previously asked at the City Council meeting that these matters be discussed openly as limited information while decisions are being raised, or while decisions are made, raises serious open meetings act concerns. We respectfully request that the City Council initiate a thorough, independent review of the DDA Executive Committee, the Director, and the DDA's Legal Counsel. That review should include, does that make sense?
Hi, Kim Simon, Belmont. We have a strategy now. I'm going to finish up.
Yeah, there you go.
That review should include interviews with current and former board members, employees, independent contractors, and former staff. It should examine the performance review process that produced a rating of satisfactory or highly effective for the director despite repeated documented concerns. And it should assess what worker protections and complaint procedures actually exist. We have additional documentation and communications, but this is what we are comfortable sharing in a public forum at this time. We are prepared to provide more information through proper channels if a formal review is initiated. Recording of all DDA and Planning Commission meetings should begin immediately. Competitive RFPs and public posting for significant contracts should become standard practice. We want to encourage any business owners in the DDA district who have concerns about transparency, contracting practices, or workplace culture to share those concerns with City Council. Because many fear retaliation, we ask Council to provide a clear way for people to submit information confidentially and anonymously so they can speak without fear. Allen Park deserves transparent, fair, and accountable local government. We are ready to provide documentation and cooperate fully with any proper review. Thank you.
Thank you. If no one else is coming forward, we will close the,
It's about Pinecrest again. I live on Pinecrest, and I want to thank.
we have your name, please?
Oh, sure, Dennis Rand, R-E-N-D-T. Pinecrest.
Thank you.
I want to thank the mayor for getting that sign put up on Southfield that states no right turn for the trucks, that did help out. But we still have an issue with although the police are doing a great job of enforcement, we still need some type of traffic calming devices on Pinecrest. That can be either the flashing stop signs or even temporary speed humps or speed bumps just until the winter season. Especially with Cunningham Park and with the amount of kids we're going to have on the street, we need something that's going to slow down the vehicles. And I think that may be a good effort, at least to take care of that issue with cars speeding down Pinecrest and creating a problem. So if you could look into that, I appreciate that. That's about the only thing I have at this point, and thanks again.
Thank you. Try this again. If no one else is coming up for public comments, we will close that portion of the meeting and move on to the consent agenda, which tonight consists of claims and accounts and the payroll report. Motion, please.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Valeria, second by Mr. Barr. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Resolutions. Resolution 1 is to approve the outdoor event application from State Farm located at 6721 Park Avenue to host a local event on August 21, 2026, pending final approval from the building inspector. Motion, please. Motion by Ms. Nick,
Second.
second by Mr. Barr.
Good evening,
Mr.
Mayor and
Baker.
Council. So we had building department received an outboard application for State Farm Insurance. They were located at 6721 Park. I was able to pass out some more detail that I got after I submitted the memo to you. So it's basically a community engagement event and they're going to have a tent set up where they get information on their business, a shaved ice truck that's going to be parked in one of the parking spots, one of the public parking spots out front of their business. And what's unique about the Park Avenue district is the frontage of their buildings actually extends out pretty close to the curb, probably within 4 feet of the curb, and then it becomes city property. So this will all be contained on actually their private property. So it won't be obstructing any sidewalk, pedestrian traffic or anything. So this will take place on August 21st. The event is between 2 and 4 p.m. They anticipate starting the setup at 1 o'clock and then probably tear down by 5 o'clock.
Anyone have any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Thank you.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Moving on to resolution 2 is to waive the city bid process, APCO 2-824-4, as there is no economic advantage for the bid through Omnia MyDeal, and approve the purchase of playground equipment for Community and George and Dorothy Moore Park from Game Time in the amount of $166,311.38 with funds from account 401-000-985-004. Motion. Motion by Mr. Valerius.
Second.
Second by Ms. Nick. Mr. Carr.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, once again. We chose George and Dorothy Moore and Community Parks because they are 2 of the 5 remaining parks that are left to be upgraded. At this time, if you notice those 2 parks, for residents to know, as you see that there's just sporadic playground equipment everywhere on our side, and we're going to kind of corral it all together and put it in mulch, so it's not just on the grass, it's going to be in a mulch enclosed area. It will have ramps on it, all new swings, slides, and add a few random things in between for George and Dorothy Moore. And then for Community, there is no play structure there, it's just a jungle climber and a swing set. That'll be coming out, and a playscape will be going in, also with the mulch border. This did come in under budget, so we will be able to, the mulch will be separate from the company. We currently blow the mulch in. That will happen obviously once the playground's installed. So for this fall, Gingham Dog Park through the county, Mr. Kibbe CDBG at Champaign for the outdoor equipment, exercise equipment, Rand Park, George and Dorothy Moore, and community. So at that point, all of the parks in the city of Antelope Park will have been done since 2015, and will be done.
Through the chair.
Yes?
If approved, what's the time frame we're looking at? So that'll get it started.
It's probably, I would say, 45 to 60 days to get the equipment. So you're looking at probably in September, and then they're slower in the fall for installs because they do all the schools right now in the summertime to get them ready for school year, as all of the Allen Park schools are getting new playgrounds right now. And then so, if all goes to plan, we should be able to get them done before the snow flies. In September, October, November, depending on the weather.
I have a question about the Moore Park.
Yes.
Is the submarine
The big submarine is staying.
is staying?
That's like taking Barney out of Barney Park. The submarine is not
Right,
going anywhere.
right. Well, I just, from a contact, and I still have it in my files, because another organization I'm affiliated with was seeing what they could do. Just so everybody knows, even though Lindeman has their own playground area, many of the classes go out to Moore Park. And I had received a couple of years ago, a book put together by, I think it was the first or second grade teacher and their aide. And the children had put together their own little letters and documents asking about Moore Park and what was needed there. And I actually visited the classroom, and it was very moving because they had a student there who was disabled. And the concern that these youngsters were showing for their classmate who needed to have access was just impressive, but also somewhat overwhelming. So I'm very glad that we're getting some material in there. I don't know how ADA accessible, but it's going to be a major improvement over what's there now, so I appreciate that. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 3 is to waive the city bid process, Act Code 2-824(4), as there is no economic advantage or system currently used. Existing government pricing, GSA SIN number 334290L, and approve the purchase and updating of the software for key card door security from Actron Integrated Security Systems, Inc., in the amount of $54,117.26, with funds from account 401-000-985-001. Motion, please. Motion by Ms. Nick. Second by Mr. Valerius. Mr. Murray.
So this is a company that is gonna upgrade our existing security key card system. They will not only just be changing the software, but changing all the devices that are on the doors as well. I was listening to her read it, and it is more than just software. This is the hardware, it's wiring, the software, everything being replaced. We did add a few more for security reasons where we see that they need in this pricing. Therefore, this will be up to date. Police department and the DPS, I'm so sorry, I'm used to being over here. The city hall side will be able to be independent from each other. Currently, there as one, and only one person can do the key cards. Also, there's no more existing key cards for the current system. So as they've run out and we need some, and it breaks, we're gonna get locked out. So this is a much needed thing for there. I don't know how long they'll last. It seems like software nowadays is 10 years old. So this is 8, and it was outdated, they told us when they put it in. So this has been needed. We'd appreciate it if you guys pass this for us.
What would the time frame be getting it
He
done?
says, if this is approved tonight, I will get a 50% invoice to start, so they can order the product. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to get the product, and then it's 2 week, I think, on what was the time frame to install over a 2 week period. So hopefully by Christmas, I mean, if I'm doing my math right.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. And we will now move on to elected officials' Mr. Estheimer is not here, so we will start with Mr. Mizzy.
Well, first of all, I just want to remind everybody, the August 4th primary is coming up, and early voting is going on right now at City Hall. All the details you need is on michigan.gov/vote. So visit that website, it'll tell you everything about the election. I will answer you, Mr. McGusson, now because I can't speak on behalf of the citywide garage sale. That's done through another department. I follow the ordinance. I sell, or I charge for the garage sale permits. Now, when I started working there in 1995, they were $5, okay? In 2005, Clerk Weiss raised them to $10. They're still $10, okay? The whole purpose is, if we didn't regulate them and keep on them, people would run flea markets out of their garage. That's been a problem for 50, 60 years. I just follow the ordinance, but with the fee, it's a way to pay for the permit gets recorded, then we forward the list to the police department. It's basically you're paying for the process that it's taking, because you're taking upon yourself a business, whether, you make $2, some people make a couple $1,000. But again, I just think, I track them, so we regulate them and you don't have a free-for-all. I really don't plan to raise the fee above 10, and it's been that way 21 years. So, also, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize George and Dorothy Moore Park. They were both Allen Park treasurers. George's family, I believe, owned the land that the property that it sits on right now. He served as longtime treasurer for decades. When he passed away, they appointed somebody, and then his wife Dorothy took over. Now, anyone that's been active with the Knights of Columbus knows Dorothy Moore, because she used to collect food cans for decades. I used to be sent there to go help Dorothy. She was a 90-some-year-old woman that weighed less than 70 pounds, and she'd be dragging about 130 in canned goods. So they both serve this city very well. So a nice park in their name, upgrading the equipment is really a true recognition of the Moore family. So I appreciate that. With that, I'd like to thank you all for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Thank you, Mike. Again, some great history there. Thanks again. We'll start with Mr. Lloyd.
So again, as always, I appreciate people coming up with public comments. Mr. McGusson, I know that's something that you've said numerous times, and I wholeheartedly believe you, and I know that it's true that you come up and speak on behalf of the citizens. I appreciate Mr. Mizzy's contacts as far as outside of the citywide garage sale, but I will strive to get you some answers for next meeting, and hopefully I can give you something when you come up, before you come up for public comments.
Thank you, Mike.
Tom and Kim, thank you guys, both of you again for coming up again. I know that when you guys get up here and speak, it's not for your own benefit, but just making sure, as I said last time, you have accountability. And I know that I definitely would like to, I was taking notes, but I'd like to get a copy of what the bullet points that you had there at the end, so we make sure that we follow up on that. So thank you. Mr. Walker, I understand. It's been a frustrating process, from my understanding, and we can speak privately after, because I know that this has been a long process that you've undergone. I will tell you, I mean, I bought I got a quote out the other day to have my porch rebuilt because I'm having that exact problem. It's coming away from the house. Corners are sinking, I'm getting cracked in the foundation. It's not atypical, especially like, the way that the geography of the area is built up, but I'd be happy to speak to you after the meeting. So, with that, final thing I'll say, I voted today. I want to give big props to Clerk Mizzy and all of his volunteers. I think that they're a little bored. So if you can get in there and take advantage of early voting, I will tell you, it is it's never been easier to go in and vote in person. I walked in and man, they were eager to have a client. So I had 3 people tripping over me to try to get my license from me. I was in and out in less than 5 minutes. If I wouldn't have stopped in to talk to Mr. Murray here, I'd have been. But so I definitely encourage everybody to take advantage of early voting. I'm going to be out of town next week, so this is it's hugely convenient to be able to do so. It's a great process, and I know that that's a big logistical task for the clerk's office. So I very much appreciate them. And with that, I yield.
Thank you. Skip that one. Ms. Nick?
Okay, so the street fair is coming up, that's 7th and 8th, and I know residents have been asking for a country western band, and we do have one coming on Friday night, family tradition. In fact, they just played down in Nashville, so they're coming up, so if anybody wants to look that up, so they will be here on Friday night. And then we go out and vote, but Mike, what are the hours of City Hall where you can go vote? Is it?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe, is 8 to 4. And then we made Wednesday and Friday 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Because you can only hold it so many hours, but I wanted to get people who can't make it. It's your time, I'm sorry.
No. That's true. Give me some of my time.
I can talk elections for hours, man.
I appreciate everything you're doing. Thank you. And then for the 7,000 people out there that got affected by the parasite, I can definitely sympathize with you. That's why I wasn't here at the last meeting. I'm just recovering. It's been 3 weeks. They told me probably another 2 weeks. And my body will be back to normal, but I know I sympathize with you. It's been something else. So I'm hoping everybody who has it is getting better, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Not contagious.
No, not contagious. Just if you eat Taco Bell, I guess. Which I did.
Mr. Valerius?
Just gotta reiterate, thank you everyone for coming up and talking. Also wanted to thank Mike and Angela Lovelock and all the volunteers at the early voting centers. I voted on Monday morning, I was the first one, and the same thing, and they were all over me. But it's also those workers and volunteers that are going to be at the primary on the 4th. My mother-in-law is going to be up there working again. She loves up there interacting and working the polls. So I think anyone that does that, because it can be a long, boring time period for a lot of the early voting. But like Dan said, I'm gone next week as well, and it was painless. They kept apologizing to me for some delays and computer issues, and I just was like, I got nothing better to do. So don't apologize. I think they're the ones volunteering their time. So be nice and gentle to them when you go to vote. So Nancy, I'm glad you're back. It's nice to see you back. I'm sorry that you done with the lettuce virus. So, and that's about it. So everyone have a good rest of the evening, and thanks.
Mr. Bard?
Well, I have to agree with everybody that's been saying stuff up here. One thing is, I have some major condolences for the Lincoln Park Fire Department. With the death of Sergeant Adam Amorosi. It's a family thing, coming from law enforcement and our brethren with the fire department. It is something when you lose one of your own. So thank you for keeping the watch, because I know you guys were with Southgate and I think Brown Youngstown at the fire station for Lincoln Park. Right after the last meeting, there was a meeting, what do you call it, Zoom, with the Wayne County Executive Warren Evans and his staff about the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. I managed to get up and get 2 cases, which is I think about 2,000 canned masks that were handed out to various locations, including City Hall. From what I understand, I think they're all gone now, aren't they?
I'm not sure. They're not sure. They may be.
Maybe.
They may be.
So, thank you to all the residents that came up and for coming up and talking about our issues. Also, I want to thank you for coming out. Now you.
Thank you. Well, since you've left me nothing to say, I actually appreciate everyone who has come up. We make sure that the appropriate departments are involved when there are issues. Hopefully, things are explained so that people are aware of what's going on and how things are handled, what the process is. Do appreciate the other comments that were made by individuals here. I know that some of them are fully aware that we are aware of some of the issues that are brought to our attention and they are being addressed. Yeah, it's far too many sad things happening. And I think I covered some of those at last meeting, but again, individuals who have e-bikes and parents who get their children e-bikes, please take a look at some of the rules that apply to those e-bikes, how they should be used, where they should be used. Please counsel your children because I spoke to someone and they said, yeah, you know, if I had gotten one when I was 13, I'd be out doing this and I'd be out doing that. Unfortunately, we had a young man who died down here on Township recently. I did go to the visitation. I could not stay for the funeral. I had the time, I just couldn't. A word of caution. Lecture your kids. Be a good parent. Don't be your children's friends. They have enough friends. Be a parent. They are looking for guidance from you. You need to provide that guidance. You need to provide direction. They don't need a friend. You give them the guidance and direction now, they will be your friend forever. And with that, I'm finished for the night. May I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Mr. Valerius, second by Mr. Bard, by Mamie Cool. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We are adjourned at 6:44 p.m.
Yeah, aye.